Hello everyone and welcome to the Geek Tech Show. And in today's video we're going to be reviewing two different pair of shoes, and we're going to be figuring out which one is best for you to actually use. So we have two different shoes here for us to figure out between them. First one is the V-Track. This is the green camouflage, just a green army military version of the shoe. It also comes in kayaki, and there is another different interesting color, I think the black one as well. And that's the shoe number one. Those are the Vibram FiveFingers shoes. In case you never actually seen those, there is 5 different fingers over here, and it's like a glove for your feet. If you already know what I'm talking about, you're probably just trying to decide which one you should be getting. And it is between V-Track and this one, Trek Ascent. So this is the Trek Ascent version of this shoe. This one comes in 3 different colors as well, and there is a black version, and I think there was another version. I'm not sure how it actually looks like, but those are 2 different kind of shoes with different purposes in mind. So this one is actually one of the best Vibrams that they built so far, and this one is great for its purposes, which is, well, it has wool inside, which means it's much warmer than most shoes, a lot more insulated. Unfortunately, it's not great for underwater or just any water surface. So if you put this in and it's wet, you'll get your feet wet as well. So all those shoes are fair when it comes to having them being in a wet location. Other than that, those are great running shoes. There is very nice tractions to them. You can see the different tractions between them, and you can tell the difference between both of them. Also, this one has sparkles on the bottoms. I don't know if you can see them, but there was actually those miniature sparkles are lined all over the place, and I think you can accidentally get them off this as well. Not too sure about that. Both of those shoes have and come with real shoelaces. This is new for Vibram. They used to have all kinds of other ingenious ways of tying up shoes, but both of them come with shoelaces. So which one is best for what, and which one should you be getting? That's the first question. First of all, I do suggest that you order either from Amazon or from Vibram website. There's going to be a link right down below to the actual Amazon website. Most of those are going to be definitely authentic. If you're getting them from Vibram, this is definitely authentic because it is the actual website where they make them. Make sure you actually go to the actual Vibram website. That said, Amazon itself is also very strict about you getting the real deal. Other websites out there, they might have some Chinese knockoffs, so be super careful with that as well. And also on eBay, you can actually get them too. But I don't really trust the eBay shoes. They could be second rate, second best. I don't know. Maybe previously enjoyed, previously used. I don't know if you actually want that. So when it comes to the shoe itself, and if you have 2 choices between them, which one should you be actually picking? Well, this specific one, what drew me into it was actually this military look. So you have the military kind of look to this. Not only it could look like a ninja shoe if you get the black version, the green version is great if you are, training a Marine, Army. Definitely this is not for you if you are trying to get actual Army boots. I'm sure your trainer and whoever is in the military is never going to let you train with those. That said, if you're off base and you can train with whatever you want, well, definitely those are cool. And if you just like military kind of stuff and you want to wear something that looks kind of really awesome, green, yeah, this is it. But the difference between them is probably the feel inside. Much warmer. You can actually wear this in colder weather. This is much colder. You can't really wear this everywhere you want. The grip itself, this is the superior grip. Also, the bottoms of it, this gives you a lot more tread in here. So if you're gonna be running, this is gonna give you the superior foot support that this doesn't give you. This is more like the barefoot feeling, as if you're running barefoot, if this is what you're going for. Now, this one, it's less like you'll get injured if you're gonna be running in the woods and other more places where there's real rocks and other things over there. So this gives you maximum amount of protection that Vibram shoe potentially can give you. Except keep this in mind, the open toes. This is something that you have to be super careful with. You can definitely get injured, more likely your feet and especially your toes, because of the open toe thing. Now, definitely, if you're working construction, don't ever wear those. If you're going to the gym, be super careful. If you're a weightlifter, I would not wear those kind of shoes. You're more likely to be prone to injury. And I'm saying any kind of those shoes, although this one gives you the most protection out of all the other Vibram shoes. For the gym, this will give you more protection than anything else out there, just because of the way it is built. Lots more support as well. Arch support. It has higher heels too, and this one doesn't. The only thing about this is that, well, the problem is with all of them, you can easily, they will start to stink after a while because you're wearing them with no socks. So you can get special socks to wear them. Another thing for you to keep in mind is the sizes. If you're familiar with those kind of shoes, you might understand that you should get a specific size that goes with the European version of those shoes. So mine is size 9, which translates to 41. So you try to find which one is your size. If you can go to actual shop that actually sells them, and you can figure out which is the right size for you. After that, it's going to be much more easier for you to order them. Make sure you get it from a place like Amazon where you can return them back in case you get the wrong size as well. I would be ordering 2 different sizes right away, so you can test both of them simultaneously and see which one is best for you. Now, the mega grip for this one is also wool around the foot. That's all what it says here. It doesn't really feel that much of wool in this version, which is the V-Track. This one is all wool all around, all inside. It is very, very soft in here. It feels like a glove. It feels pretty warm. In fact, if it's too warm outside, I wouldn't be wearing those. Not recommending you to wear those. They're funky looking. If you're getting them not black, people will be like, what are you wearing? And yes, it could impress your date, or she'll be like, what is this? So it might not actually impress her as well. So you don't know which one is going to work in your favor. And it definitely makes an impression. Still talking about sizes. With this one right here, which is the Trek Ascent, you have to get one size up here. If you're normally wearing, like myself, 41, I have to get 42. It just wouldn't fit in here. And if you're getting socks in addition to those, well, you might have to go up another size. I'm not totally sure about this one, so most of the time you wear those without socks because it is as if it is just a sock in itself. It is funky looking shoes. They're super comfortable. It is as if you're not wearing anything whatsoever. This gives you the best actual protection out of all the Vibram shoes. You can run with those, you can walk with those, you can exercise with those, you can do yoga, you can do even martial arts with them, and some martial arts that allow you to actually have shoes like Calvin Mega. For example, this could be the perfect shoe for that. Out of both of those kind of shoes, my favorite, I believe this one I might actually like better. I've been testing this out for a few days and I'm thinking I'm going to be sticking with this one. One of the reasons why I'm not too fond with this one is, well, first of all, the skin in itself, a lot more ventilation, which is good, but I kind of have a different version of the shoes. Also, I ordered this one also one size up as well, which was my actually was my mistake. So getting one size up with the V-Track was not a good idea. Now the V-Track, what it has going forward, it has this right here. It is easier for you to pull the shoe up. This one I found it takes a lot longer for you to put this on, which is not so good about this shoe. Once it is on, it fits like a glove and it is amazing. So if you're getting into barefoot running, don't want to get yourself hurt, if you want to walk and strengthen your feet, make them more strong as you walk, and you're lazy, you don't want to work out, you just want to just walk, run and whatever, this shoe will actually do it for you. It is a way for you to walk your feet without actually working out whatsoever, because when you walk with those, it forces you to step like this instead of stepping like this, which you normally would. Therefore, you're using more of your normal muscles you'll be using as if you're walking barefoot. This is how you're supposed to be actually walking. In other words, it makes you more use certain muscles in your feet. And if you're going to be wearing this for a few hours, you're going to be sore the next day because your feet are going to hurt so bad if you're out of shape. So keep this in mind. If you're just getting those shoes, wear them a little bit at a time until you get used to wearing those kind of shoes. That said, I'm going to do a small video showing you how both of those shoes look on my feet. And you decide yourself which one is the funkier looking one and which one should I be keeping. What is the verdict? Well, I would say this is one of the best Vibram shoes they have created as of yet. Unfortunately, the sizing is all wrong. If you can forgive them for that, having the wrong size with those are really pretty good, amazing shoes. I have not did a long-term testing on those, but most of the shoes I got from Vibram lasted a very long time. Never any of them that I bought myself actually ripped, and usually I sell them before they get to that stage. And people buy them pre-owned, which is kind of cool. You actually can wear them for a while, and then you can sell them online, and people will buy the used ones. That said, figure out which one is best for you. This is the new, funkiest, and best looking Vibram they have created so far. If you enjoy my show and want to subscribe to it, make sure you do, and see you in the next video. I don't know which one is better. It's kind of hard to figure it out really. But what I have to do is I have to send this one back, although the wrong size. But this one is so amazing that I just might as well end up keeping it. So here we go. This is the Trek Ascent, and the Trek Ascent shoe is very similar to the V-Trail, but the V-Trail itself is kind of different. So what are we getting here with the Trek Ascent? Well, we're getting wool interior. You can see all over. It is much warmer in here, and that's actually the main feature of the shoe. The track itself is much larger, bigger, and you get a lot more protection for your foot. I think it gives it double the protection as any previous Vibram shoe. It gives you less of a barefoot feedback, but it definitely protects your foot a lot more, especially if you're a runner, or you're running in the trail, or you're even hiking and walking. This will be the ultimate shoe for you. It has this, which is the basic and the real way to go and use your feet with. So, for example, this is what I like to do. Now you're probably thinking, wow, how ingenious is that? Don't most shoes actually have it? Well, with Vibrams, they don't use this at all. They use all kinds of ingenious ways to tie up your the Vibram, except this. They use Velcro, they use another string kind of a way to do it, and eventually they went back to the old-fashioned, well, you know what it is. So you have to think about it, is this really worth going back to that? Now, one thing I do suggest for you is to take those out and put them like under here maybe. It's gonna make it a little bit more comfortable for you. If you don't need that, you can take this out and you can just put it right here instead. That would be another solution for those that don't like the upper part over here. Other than that, as you can see, it does give you this extra amount of build in here as well. The colors are funky as usual with Vibrams. You can see orange right here, orange right there, orange in different kind of locations. This is kind of yellowish orange right here. This is yellow. And this one is actually one of the better looking shoes that Vibram actually created. The feedback is pretty good on your feet and it gives you a lot more protection than any other kind of Vibram shoes over here. Pretty much the only problem with it is putting this on. It is much harder than most Vibram shoes. And of course, here is another Vibram with also this old-fashioned way of tying shoes, which is otherwise known as a shoelace. Now, I'm not sure I really buy into going back to the shoelace thing, because most Vibrams didn't use their shoelaces, and definitely having some other way to put this on, making it more high-tech version for your feet, is definitely a go-go for you if you're a die-hard Vibram fan. This one does feature this, which makes it so much easier for you to put this on your foot. Unfortunately, the other shoe didn't actually have this. So the V-Track itself is much more comfortable. It's also more lightweight, a lot more ventilation right here, a lot more ventilation over here, less protection for your feet. And this shoe is, I don't know why I would be actually owning this myself, because it is so much similar to a previous shoe that I have, and I like it much more better than this one. So here it is. This is how it actually looks on my feet, both of them here. And this is actually the ultimate test for you to figure out which is best one for you to have, is by buying two different kind of pairs, putting both of them on, walking around with them, and then feeling which one is best for your feet. And eventually you will figure out which one works best for you. This is probably the only way for you to figure this out. And this is just the only way to actually know which one is better, by putting them on and testing them out and seeing how do they work when you go about and use them. Call me biased as much as you want, but when you have a shoe that looks exactly like this, well, there is no reason for me to own something that is almost the same identical shoe. And here is the different kind of a shoelace to this that I wanted to show you. So this is the old-fashioned way that Vibram actually used to use it, and I'm a much bigger fan for this kind of shoe. And of course there is this shoe as well that I also own too. And this one has the different kind of a shoelace to this, which I think this is the worst version they actually created. But you don't need to tie this up, so it's easily, you put this on, you just press right here and you're good to go to run. So I have a wide collection of different Vibram shoes, and I think my favorite right now is actually this one. And the second favorite is this one right here. Now they stopped unfortunately making this version anymore, so you really are left to find the next best alternative to this, which would be either this version or this one, and that's a really hard choice for you to actually make between those two. So this one is better for winter and this one is better for summer. So if you want to have best of two worlds, why not just get both of them, so you can use this for the summer and this one for pretty much winter but not sub-zero temperatures. So keep this in mind and make your own educated decision and figure out which one is best for you, because it really is about your own personal preferences. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this channel. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe to this channel and see you in the next video.